Hey everyone, welcome back to Beautifully Made. I am so excited. I have a special guest on with us today. This is Madeline.
Hello.
So Madeline is one of my wonderful homeschool students and she does amazing work. And we wanted to talk a little bit about why it's important for everyone to remember to encourage our youth to express themselves with art. So Madeline, thanks for joining today.
Yeah, thank you for letting me come on. I think a big important reason to do art, whether you're homeschooled in public school, is because it makes your brain think harder than actually doing simple original subjects like your math, language, and science and history. When people say, read this book and then write about it, and to all of the students, they're all doing the same thing. But when you're doing art, you're interpreting it in your own way. Even if you say, do this way, you're still doing it in your own way. So I think that's like the main important reason.
Yeah, I think it's really important to encourage someone to have autonomy over what they do and having their voice in it. Because, yeah, you're right. You do a math problem and there's different ways that you do it, but everyone comes up with the same solution.
Exactly.
So when you think about it, it takes creativity to do some of those things.
Exactly.
And so if you're encouraging that in some extracurriculars, I think it strengthens that logic portion of your brain
Exactly.
too. And so we're going to sketch and we're going to doodle while we talk today, just so we have, something going on with our hands, and we'll share that at the end of the podcast. But, Madeline, you bring up a great point about now you were you've been in public school before.
I have.
And so you chose to take the homeschool route, and they have been educating me on homeschooling. I had no idea there were so many varieties.
There really is.
Yeah.
And I would definitely call myself more unschooled because I do what I love and I really take my time. But I still do original subjects. I just do a little bit differently than others.
Yeah. And I love how you explore what you love and how creative your parents have been, allowing you to find different ways, from listening to things, to researching things, to reading things, to strengthen the lessons that you're taking, that you're learning.
I think people get it wrong a lot. I think they think, you're lazy or you're not going to be smart in life. And I think you can be smart any way you do it in life. And it's just so important to just do what you love. That's, I think, the real recipe for how to live.
Yeah. And it's really encouraging you to think about what you want to do after your education, isn't it?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So kind of share some of the things that you've been talking to me about, like what you'd like to do outside of school once you're finished.
I had many ideas. One was a motivational speaker. I love that. I know I love talking to people, and being on this podcast is really awesome to share ideas that I've been wanting to, get out in the public. I also think a psychologist was another one. I just want to help people and really understand mental health and certain issues in the brain. And those are pretty much the big two.
Yeah. And I was just sharing with Madeline, I was able to attend a wellness discussion with Arts and Stark this week, and it really focused on how art can be a part of your wellness journey and how we need to encourage insurance companies and facilities to promote art as a way to heal and even be preventative medicine. And they talked about prescribing art, and for you to recognize that at your age, and I want to, how old are you?
Turning 14.
Thinking about that already, I mean, that's tremendous, and how important that is to focus on. And I love the fact that you want to public speak. There are a lot of young adults that are terrified to talk in public, and I love that you want to share what you love through public speaking. Yeah,
that's one of my favorite things. I just love talking to people, and I do get nervous, but I like that fear. It makes me continue, and just to know I'm sharing ideas really makes, I think, the situation better. Because if you know what you want to stand for, you really want to get to it, and you want to speak it out, I think, when you get to that point.
Yeah, and I love how you explore different ways to practice your public speaking. You shared with me that you were doing some acting in the community. Can you talk a little bit about what you were doing?
So pretty much at Players Guild, I was doing a Wicked program and a 4-week program where we explore the songs, the dancing, and then we do a performance at the end. And I learned a lot about just like what not to do and what to do when you're on stage. And I think it really does help I think just getting outside and just
Yeah.
exploring how to stand up in front of people, because that takes a lot of courage, especially for young kids, to get up and sing a part that's not, your own. And
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's good to
Yeah.
do.
I think that that's wonderful because honestly, when you go into college, for example, you have to take a public speaking course.
Mm-hmm.
And to be creative and do it in that realm, that's another way that you can explore learning how to public speak and getting over those fears.
Yes.
And again, that has to be a creative outlet that we present as an option to people. And starting at your age and even younger, I think that
Mm-hmm.
that's so important. And
Oh yeah.
and reiterating that there's no reason for you to be afraid.
Mm-hmm.
Get
Exactly.
out there and say what you feel and express your opinion and do it in your own voice. It has to be done the way we need what you know how to do. That's what the world needs. It doesn't need someone being identical to someone else that's already out
Exactly.
there.
I feel
We're
yeah.
desperate for that.
I know people do that a lot, and especially kids figuring out who they want to be, and they're, trying to fit into, maybe certain outfits or how they talk, and just being with the people.
Hmm.
You really question, like why are we doing that? I
Right.
don't think we ever question it. I think we just go with what society wants us to do, and we never stop and think, is this right? Or if we just followed something that needs to just expire.
Right.
That's, I think, a big thing.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I know creativity, everyone will like kind of agree that there isn't anything unique anymore. It's always like regenerated from something that's a masterpiece or something that's been done before, but that's not really true. I mean, we're building AI based on what we're teaching it, but our own interpretation and our styles need to be strengthened through practice and meditating on what you're learning and doing it in your own way, because nobody else is going to do it like you. They're
Exactly.
not going to sound like you. They're not going to have your voice in it, and that's so important to strengthen that and to
Exactly.
do that and find out what that is.
Yeah.
How will you know if you don't try?
I know, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you just need to try. I know that it's scary because we're all scared of messing up, and we're scared of making mistakes.
Right.
Believe me, we all are. I am too. But I think you just have to do it. That's terrible. I think a lot of people say you just have to do it. And I think it lost its meaning. But I really do think you just have to go through it. And if you don't like it, then don't do it again.
But then you'll know.
Yeah, you'll know, and then you don't have
Right.
to keep worrying about it in the future because you got it done. You got it checked off the list, and yeah.
And there's so much to explore. I know one of the things I'm always saying, okay, what would you guys like to learn today?
Exactly.
It's like, it's overwhelming. There's so many
There
things.
is, I know, and
Yeah.
I think I'm just starting realizing that. Like everywhere I'm looking, I'm like, I could do that, I could do that,
Yeah.
and it's definitely, it's just so many options.
Okay, today she hand knitted a beautiful scarf. First time she ever did
Yes,
it. And
first
it
time.
was like she blew me away. It
thank you.
picked up on it so fast. It was phenomenal. And
Thank
I just,
you.
you're welcome. And it's just, I love how open-minded that the students are here, that they want to explore and try something rather than, nope, this is all I know. And this is what I want to stick in my, realm and
My little
my
box.
lane. And yeah, and I don't want anyone to feel like they can't do something. At least try. And I'm glad that you're very open-minded about that.
Thank you.
It makes me
Yeah.
really happy.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. So I even asked her, I'm like, what would you like to explore? What would you like to
Yeah.
learn? And so I know that we're going to do some more sketching and some more drawing, and even from reference, which is great.
Yeah.
There's just so much to learn and
I
so many
know.
styles to try.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I have her drawing with micron pens today.
Yes, I know.
I'm
I'm
like, have you ever
loving
done
it.
that? And we're like, I said, well, let's doodle while we talk. That's part of why I have the video portion, just so we can share some mindful drawing while you talk. I've always done that in meetings and stuff. I'm always like doodling while
Yes,
I retain things more. Well,
It's actually a fact, a scientific fact.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's another thing, man. This gal, she knows all kinds of details from so many things, and she's just so willing to share. And we have great discussions in our classes. I
Yeah,
love
very
it.
philosophical about supernatural things.
Yes.
The way to just life.
Yeah. And what are you watching on TV? And, why are you drawn to this? And, the things that
Exactly.
we've read. And it's just, it's a great class. It's a great discussion.
It really is.
Yeah. And I love the fact that the students have even hung out together outside of the classes because
Yeah.
they're getting to know one another. And it's just, it makes me so happy that they've met through this avenue. I mean,
Yeah.
that was one of the things that I wasn't
Yeah.
expecting to happen. And
I
that the
know.
fact that it has makes me really happy.
I know. It
Yeah.
makes me really happy too. I mean, like, you're just an awesome person, and I really look forward to coming and just, again, doing the art and just talking. Like, you're really sweet.
Gosh, it is just, it's great. And I love the fact that you share your opinion, like,
Mhm.
you know, what we're doing and what
Yes.
you want to learn. And so it makes me think outside the box too. Like,
Yeah.
how can I make this more meaningful?
Mhm.
And, you know, I'm always like, I just don't want to give you something to draw and walk away. I want you to, you know, have some meaning
Exactly.
behind it. I
Yeah.
think that's
'Cause
important.
I'm really much so, like, willing to do anything and everything in art, because I haven't explored, of course, it's, you know, it's unlimited. I haven't explored, you know, everything. So when she brings up an idea, I'm like, let's just do it. You know, I don't want to like make my own idea. I'll just do what you say, because I just love like having, you know, new
Yeah.
things happen. So
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and if it's something she's not done, it turns into, okay, I'm going to try it in this style, this way.
mhm.
And that's what I want. That's exactly what I want you to
Yeah.
explore. So I love that you're
Yeah.
open to doing that. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Oh my goodness. So are there anything that you're looking forward to for the holidays coming up? Or is there anything that you're going to want to do as a class in here that has any like tradition that I need to like
Yeah.
start focusing on? Like when my kids were little, we used to do advent calendars.
Oh my gosh.
And that's
Yes.
still really popular with them. They're in their 30s now.
I love
So
that.
if you've never had one, is that something that you'd be interested in
Yeah.
making, or ornaments or anything that, you know,
Mhm.
has some meaning behind it?
I mean, pretty much anything. I think just like probably just doing anything that's like Christmas related.
Yeah.
Advent calendars, I love those. I think
Yeah.
that'd be really cool. Ornaments too. I
Yeah.
love doing ornaments.
We talk a
Christmas
lot about,
lights.
yeah, we
Yeah.
talk a lot about movies. So maybe there's some things we could
Yeah.
go spin on a
Mhm.
movie. That
Yeah.
would be a lot of fun.
It would be a lot.
Yeah. I know that when Lily's another student that we have,
Yeah.
we were talking last week, maybe we will do some needle felted characters.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
which you guys, they did needle
Yeah.
felted painting, they both have.
Mhm.
So if we do some of the three-dimensional
That'd be
pieces,
awesome.
maybe we can do
Yeah.
maybe a favorite character from the movie or something. So, Madeline,
Yeah.
you're great to have. How's your
Thank
how's your
you.
sketch coming along?
I'm just it's a little something.
Okay.
Okay.
She's doing a bird. Look at that. I love it.
Thank you so much. Oh,
Yes.
yours.
Oh,
Oh
just
my
like I
gosh.
said, just sitting here drawing a little cute
Yeah.
little grandma bird.
I love that. I love it.
Well, I'm sure Madeline will be back on the
Yes, I will.
program again. And so we just wanted to hop on and say hi
Yep.
and introduce her to everyone. And if you have a question about what drives our youth in art, please let me know. And that can be one of our discussion points.
Yeah.
So take care.
Yeah.
Have a great weekend. Thanks for
Bye.
joining us. Bye.